In this video, we will study about the first population interaction, predation. We all know that predation, it is a type of the interaction among different organisms in which predator kills and eat another organism. And both predator and prey, they live in the close proximity to each other. When we talk about predation, the first example that comes to our mind is a tiger eating the deer. But student, what do you think about us? All human beings, they are feeding on the plant product. Then we should also be considered as predators. Similarly, a bird that is feeding on the seeds, that is also a predator. Now let us study what are the various roles played by a predator in an ecosystem. Number one, predators, they act as a conduit for energy transfer across the different trophic level. Number two, they keep the prey population under control. Three, they can be used as biological control in agricultural pest control practices. And these maintain the species diversity in a particular ecosystem. Now, the question from this topic may be asked that beside acting as a conduit for energy transfer, what are the various other roles which are played by predators? Explain. Now, we have studied the example of various food chain in our previous classes. And in that we have done that energy is transferred from one trophic level to other. But how this energy is transferred? You can clearly see that from one trophic level to another trophic level, energy is transferred only by predators. Now let us study how do predators keep the prey population under control. Now imagine a situation where there is no predator. Then what is bound to happen? Prey population is going to increase, and this is going to disturb the ecosystem. In Australia, prickly pear cactus was introduced in 1920, and later on it was observed that it spread into millions of hectares and became invasive. Why? Because there was no predator to feed on it. Ultimately, to control its population, its natural predator, the moth, from its natural habitat was brought. Then only the population of the prickly pear cactus was brought under control. Here you can see this is the prickly pear cactus. This is the moth. That is how it feeds on this cactus and kill it. Now the question based on this topic, why did prickly pear cactus become invasive in Australia and how was it brought under control? Next one. Predators can also be used as biological control method in agricultural pest control. For example, ladybird beetle. This is used to control population of aphids. Here you can see this is the ladybird beetle and this is feeding on aphid. Aphids are the common pest among plants. Now the question based on this topic, with the help of an example, justify that predators can be used as agent for biological control in agricultural pest control practices. Predators, they also maintain the species diversity in a specific geographical area because they reduce the intensity of the competition among the various prey species living in that particular area. For example, in rocky intertidal community of the American Pacific coast, when a natural predators, that is starfish disaster, was removed, then it was observed that more than 10 different species of invertebrate became extinct. This is the starfish disaster. In the beginning, when this experiment was started, you can observe so many different species of invertebrate were there in that particular area. You can count, these are approximately 15 different species. 1 year after the removal, only 8 out of the 16 original species remain, and after 5 years, only 1 species was there. Predators in nature are prudent. Why? Because if prey become extinct, then predators will not get any food to eat, and they will also become extinct in the absence of their food. And this is the reason that in nature, predators are prudent. Now, to protect themselves from predators, prey also evolve various defense mechanisms. Now, let us study these defense mechanisms. Number 1, cryptically colored, so that they merge with their surrounding to avoid being detected by their predators. In this slide, I have given you many such cryptically colored animals which have merged with their surrounding. It's a sort of puzzle for you. Identify the organism in these pics. Second way, prey may become poisonous so that they cannot be eaten by their predator. For example, monarch butterfly. Monarch butterfly is very distasteful to their predators. And why it is so? It is because of a chemical in its body. From where does this chemical comes? Butterfly acquire this chemical when they feed on a poisonous weed in its caterpillar stage. Next one. Plants also develop the defense mechanism, and that may be in the form of morphological or the chemical defense mechanism. Thorns in cactus or in rose plant or in bougainvillea. These protect them from grazing by animals. Similarly, calotropis. Calotropis, this is a weed and this is found in the abundant area. You can easily observe this. This is also not eaten by any cattle or goat. Why? Because it is having a highly poisonous chemical, cardiac glycoside. There are other such chemicals also, like nicotine, caffeine, opium. These may be useful for us, but plant is producing these chemicals to protect themselves from the cattle or other common browsers.